这中很远，得了，诶，哎，你发，你 stop. Let's try. Let's go. So what to start? You let's go. Korea. Hmm. Hmm. 诶，嘿，我很难去多的事情。 진우. 길. 네. 어농민.
So here we are. For the next month or so, nothing else matters. This is simply the tournament in world football. It has been a long 4 years, but we're finally here. The race for the big prize begins now. So many dreams, so many hopes, so many aspirations, but there can only be one winner. Well, they do say all roads lead to Rome, and perhaps it's also true to add that all Roman roads lead to the Olimpico. This gargantuan amphitheatre rarely fails to deliver, certainly when it comes to providing sporting entertainment of the highest order. And we rise now for the English national anthem. They have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem, now to match it. Indonesia looking for a fast start to get things done early here.
Yes, and that's very apparent, Peter. Competition football is a different beast entirely, and you have to be prepared to dig deep to prevent everything going south very quickly. So this could be a tentative standoff in weighing each other up. I hope we'll see more probing than possession.
Off we go then.
Let's.
And here's Solanke, Foden. Now it's Solanke, lobbed in behind. Solanke, have it back and can go again. Ball's played through. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Lovely feet. Looking for a decent ball in. Showing good feet. So much time and space here. Brilliantly cut out. Paul with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread. Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of...
Decent chance! Herring after the ball here. That's really well manoeuvred. And he cuts out the supply. Foden. Livramento. They're playing cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Gordon. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And that has been cleared. Chance! And it's Livramento.
England clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Ball clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really unconvincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
That's a cute ball. Gordon. Up he goes! Goal, England! A great delivery and a finish to the match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Over to the left. Gordon in acres of space out wide. Solanke. And a chance! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Solanke brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Livramento. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Foden. Hall. That's tidy. Does really well to win the ball there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's got to be in here! Caught offside that time. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Aim forwards. Just about within shooting range. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's been won straight back into the middle. Looking here to chip it through. Livramento gets it clear. The ball goes in. He's overshot the green. To a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I could see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the second half gets underway.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Livramento. Belling. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Livramento, gently done. Now it's Solanke. Moved on forwards. Jones. Belling. Jones. And here's Solanke. Gordon. And the ball's come loose here. Clipped into space. That has been knocked clear. Great position. Shapes the suit! Great challenge. Time to perfection. Hall. And it's played forward. Foden. Played out to the right. Oh, sweet feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an error. Gordon! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Gordon usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Good running with the ball. Takes a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
And here's Solanke. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And here's Foden. England have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Side here. And play for a throw. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Tries a measured ball. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
England clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Gehi. Gordon. Jones. Foden. And here's Gordon. Great defending, strong and determined.
England surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now. Indonesia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And the finish!
Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Indonesia have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Oh, great play!
Indonesia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Bellingham forwards and with intent. He's in, surely, and he shoots! That was very necessary. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Indonesia stumble at the first hurdle. That has derailed their bid somewhat, and now the pressure is very much on. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, it's the start they didn't want, but it doesn't have to mean there's no chance of recovery. There's still plenty of points to turn things around, although I must add, much less room for error now.
This is a hard one to take, but we'll be back stronger. Won't we?
Stop. Dus dat een doen. Yes.
Indonesia are single-minded as they approach the second group game. There can be no compromise. Lose first up, and the obligation to win is intensified. They must get this one right. And so we stand for the anthems. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Indonesia, faced here with what can already be a make-or-break game.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation can be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
We're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, David Alaba, one of the most versatile players out there. He's just got so much positional awareness and intelligence. He can basically do a job anywhere on this pitch. He's got fabulous technique too, especially with his delivery in and around the area. He'll be eyeing up any set plays the opposition concede in that defensive third.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Gets a good foot in there. Gregorich. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
That is a brilliant interception. Grilic.
Austria, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Looking here to chip it through. Now it's Arnautovic. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Schlager.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Lovely feet. Played out wide. Schlager. Good take, and is he in? Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. That's really well manoeuvred. Schlager. It's run loose here. Foot in. Gregorich. The referee's awarded a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Forwards. Schlager. And here's Arnautovic. Chance, surely! Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gets into some space. Here comes the cross. Great work on the overlap. goes for the header! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
A good attempt. The ball was at a lovely height too.
Austria to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. He's going to be disappointed with that. Gregoritsch. Always onto this. Schlager. Now that's a fine challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Decent chance! They scored! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time.
And we hit half-time, so a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Indonesia leading 1-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half. Indonesia carrying a one-goal lead. Played back in, tries to dink it through, serves up across. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Keeper's got good distance on that. He's in plenty of space here. There's the header! Could be danger here. Crossed in again. And that has been clubbed away. That has found him in acres of space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's picked it up out wide. It's a mighty effort! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Moved on forwards. Gregoritsch. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's played forward. He has found the way through. There's the shot! Oh, that is asking for... Up he goes! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Austria can make their change now with a break in play. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Schlager. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. And let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really decent chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Schlager. Sabitzer. Gregoric. Indonesia leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. It's a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Lima. Moved on forwards. Sabitzer played out towards the right wing. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Indonesia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
On Miltovic! And that could have brought them level.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Climbs up big! And that could come back to haunt them. Gregoric. And there's the shot!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Calmly anticipates. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Alaba. Sabitzer. Sabitzer! A real chance and a real let-off. I've got changes here, from both sides in fact. And that has put paid to that. Indonesia, moments now away from seeing this one out. Arhan. Has a quick glance. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Arhan. It's out for a goal kick. Grilic. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Well, there is the perfect tonic. After the disappointments of day one, they now count themselves as being well and truly up and running. Your reflections then, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Halo, halo. Selamat bergabung. Arasim, Ahimi.
Indonesia emerging for this crucial group game here. The tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now.
Orang mana? Coba ya bang. Apa orang mana?
So we stand for the anthems.
Sudah saja. Test. Sudah hampir.
Well, those got the juices flowing, and now this.
Iya, dia kan. Oh iya, dia kan. Apa pasti tidak tahu ya. Tapi sudah sih. Dilihat gitu.
Belgium have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that
What?
it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
What like it?
underway.
Iya, tuh ya.
Castagna, Luca Bacchio. Great position here. There's the shot! He's there and all right!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
De Bruyne simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
Belgium, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Bacchio. And he's away. Oh, easy pickings there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Tielemans. Lovely. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Climbs up big! Driving on and making good progress. And he shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's there to clear it. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Big chance! It's in!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Indonesia grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, there's a genuine sense of tit for tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific watch.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. That's really well manoeuvred. Castagna. Bacchio. Now it's Bacchio. Now who's going to be first to this? Does really well to win the ball there. Tielemans! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Indonesia, well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Voss. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. De Bruyne. Now it's a mighty effort. Goal, Belgium! Into the lead once more. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehand behind that one.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Tielemans shifted upfield, out to the left it goes. And it's Tielemans. Doku. And here's Doku. Belgium have a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
That has been knocked clear. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
De Bruyne! It's anyone's ball now. And here's Tielemans. And he's there to clear it.
Ngomong ini, masa nggak ada lagi? Cek. Cek. Masa nggak ada sih? Cek. Ada nggak? Cek. Masa nggak ada?
Oh, smashing header!
Cek.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Iya ya, belum beli mikrofon soalnya ini. Maklum pemula.
De Bruyne gathers from the goal kick.
Cek. Iya. Cek. Ini udah.
Here's Lukebakio.
Aku deketin
Made
ya.
out wide. Castagna crosses.
Maklum bang, pemula bang. Asli dah. Di channel aja belum ada. Udah ada sih 1 bulan ya.
Telepathic. Ooh, a delicate chip through.
Maksudnya belum ada dolarnya ini channelnya.
De Bruyne probing pass.
Aduh.
Well read. The danger is averted.
Ya. Thank you bang.
De Bruyne looking understandably energised after his goal.
Aduh kalah.
The final action of the first half are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a
Ini kayaknya karena
higher up the pitch, pass quickly,
noise cancelling.
entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and the clinical edge.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
And that was very necessary. They're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. He can get that clear. Oh, red, nice interception. Tielemans. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Rapat banget. Gila. Ais, gol lagi nih.
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there. Held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
He's found some space. Finish it!
Kasihan.
Just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Aduh. Bisa amat dah. Pada level superstar ini, bukan legend atau bintang 6 atau bintang
Castagna. Lucabacchio wins the duel this time.
Emang cukup aja sih.
Free kick. Lobbed in behind. Tries to get it clear. Courtois, wrong ball by the goalkeeper. Decent chance! Could be danger here.
Iya, bisa gitu ya.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oleh Roman nih bisa gitu loh di depan gawang loh. Ada.
Oh, I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Pass, cuts out the pass. Castagna. Now can he find a finish? Chance! And the ball's come loose here. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Indonesia really can be very happy with the way they're going about things. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Gelo.
There's going to be another change here. That has been knocked clear. And he'll shoot it! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
Belum menang, Mas.
That is
Selebrasi,
glorious,
Mbak.
as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Takut. Anjay, selebrasinya. Masih kalah juga.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's made its way to him.
Nice.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Indonesia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That's a super give and go. It's a loose ball. And again! Well, this lead is tight, but it does look as though it may see them through. Belgium.
Oke.
Charge for a shot!
Ais. Sama Ais.
Clinically.
Ais.
It's just sloppy to lose the
Gelo,
ball like that,
gelo,
Peter.
gelo,
The
gelo.
ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Eliano Rangers. Gelo. Mantap.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Salto Lukaku.
And it's hoisted clear.
Aduh. Bahaya,
It's
bahaya,
Amadou
bahaya.
Onana. Final seconds,
Nice.
this has to be it.
Berbahaya sekali.
De Bruyne.
Aduh, Rangers.
Well,
Let's go,
that
let's go,
might
let's
be
go.
that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's found the way
Aye.
through.
Ai,
To
ai.
finish! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Matching tendangannya, guys. Tendangannya siapa itu? Astaga, Marcelino. Aduh, Marcelino. Hai, salah dia.
He's well.
Ai, bisa masuk, guys. Blunder. Dapat tuh yang blunder tuh. Bisa gitu ya. Blunder gitu. Bisa blunder juga nih komputer. Ya.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Nice.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Castagna looking to hit the byline here. That's it. They
Masih
are out.
gagal
They
playoff
are
nih.
pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the
Masih
power of
gagal
will.
playoff.
And this place is bouncing.
Ya
So that defeat on
elah.
opening day, just a distant memory now. It is 2 wins
Masih
from 2
gagal
since then,
playoff.
and you would think that will suffice.
Nice
Your
try.
thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, the truth is
Nice
they
try,
haven't
nice
been
try.
good enough to progress. The table doesn't tell lies.
Nice try. England berhasil menang 2-0. Indonesia finish di posisi ke-3. Sayang sekali. World Cup bang, World Cup. World Cup. Piala Dunia sesuai judul. Aduh. Udah cantik comebacknya tadi, masih kalah aja. Nah ini hasilnya. Ya, grup stage dulu baru nanti ke knockout. Ya kan, kalau Piala Dunia kan gitu. Ada fase grup, terus fase playoff. Eh, baru nyadar. Ronaldo, Bang Dodo menang Bildun ini. Pertanda kah? Nice try. Nggak kelihatan ya. Intinya Indonesia gugur. Oh iya, kelihatan, pantas aja. Ini kepotong ini. Intinya kalah di fase grup, menempati posisi 3. Indonesia menempati posisi 3 ini ya. Tuh, harus geser. Nih ya, coba ya. Nih baru kelihatan ini. Kalah fase grup, tidak bisa lanjut. Aduh. Ya udah sih, ini dan dulu kayaknya ini sebenarnya tadi cuma ngetes aja, tapi ya seginilah. Makasih ya udah bantu Bang Arhilmi, Bang Hilmi lah ya, tak panggil Bang Hilmi. Makasih. Gua unlive dulu. Terima kasih udah nonton, bye bye.